just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance, dance. I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance, dance. I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and
Please join me in welcoming on stage Monique Salas, right? Salas. Salas, Vice President of Brand and Marketing for Aunt Jackie's Curls and Coils.
Absolutely. Now, Monique is very passionate about building and growing consumer-centric brands that shape, and not only shape, but change the world. And her topic here today that Jesse is going to interview her on is the woman behind the brand. Come on out, Monique.
Hi, Monique. Thank you so much for joining me. How are you doing? You're looking beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm doing great. Excited to be here in Cape Town with all these beautiful men and women, and so excited to just talk a little bit about the brand.
100%. It's your first time here, right?
First time in Africa, so loving it.
I'm glad. I think we're going to get right into it. A question that I've had for the longest time about the brand. Who is Aunt Jackie's? Is she a person? Is it you? Is she at the stand? Has she arrived? Who is Aunt Jackie's?
I love that you asked that because our perspective is Aunt Jackie's lives within everyone, right? It's like your best friend, your curl friend, the person that you go to give you like the best advice, right? Like that trusted confidant. So I think there's an Aunt Jackie's in all of us, and I think the essence of the spirit of Aunt Jackie's, like we'll say, comes alive in everything that we do and comes alive in our plans, and I hope that you guys all feel and see that with the brand.
No, I definitely agree with you. I think hair is such an important conversation, and it's something I think, especially in South Africa, that really ties us together. And, my question to you also, just on that is, how has the brand continued to pay homage, to that auntie kind of figure, even all these years later? So how have you guys kind of, just built on that as well?
I think it's about having that voice, right? Like sort of what I talked about earlier, like that trusted confidant. Like when you ask us, okay, what's the next hottest hairstyle? Like, we got you, right?
Yes.
Like your auntie's always got you. Like that cool, rich auntie, like that's us, right? Or like the auntie that you're having a bad day, like it's a comfort. Like, you having a bad hair day, let me go back to my curl la la because I know she's got me, right?
Yes.
So I think it's a little bit of that essence, of that spirit that's alive in the brand. And I think as you look at different generations of brands and how to modernize the brand, it's super important to stay true to the root of the brand. And we try to do that with Aunt Jackie's.
No, definitely. I think a lot of South Africans identify with that auntie figure. And for me, it's maybe more of a grandmother figure.
Yeah.
But definitely, like you said, that auntie figure. And so my question to you as well is, when we talk about the product offerings, which we'll get into a bit later, can you talk to us a bit about Aunt Jackie's and how they've expanded in order to be inclusive? So it's not only for your naturalistas, but it's for every hair type. Why has that kind of been an important conversation, in expanding the brand?
Totally. I mean, I think when you look at who is the Aunt Jackie's consumer, we owe it to the people, to the Black and brown community, to show up for whatever hairstyle.
Can you hear? Can everybody hear? Is it good?
Yeah. For whatever hairstyle that the person wants to have, right? So if you want to go and have like a pressed hairstyle, if you want to have like a naturally curly look, if you want to have a braided look, if you want to transition from one to the other, like we have to have the right products to help support that journey and help you bounce back from one to another. So it's not just like, we're only here for your wash and go. It's like, listen, we got you. Whatever hairstyle you want to do, like we got the gamut that's going to take you through that hairstyle and help you feel like the best version of yourself and help you really show up to your day feeling beautiful, feeling empowered. I think that's the crux of like why we do what we do, right?
No, 100%. I definitely agree with you. And for me, what I got from that was women empowerment, you know.
Totally.
So it's not only about, like you said, your wash and go, but it's also about empowering women through like taking care of their hair, but also taking care of themselves. And when I think of the brand, there's a lot of females, obviously, that are behind the brand, you know, over all the years. So how important is not only your input, but all the women that are in the States, you know, that are part of the product formulation, you know, what are their roles that they play, you know, in terms of the product that we see on the shelf?
Yeah, I mean, it's such an involved process from our chemists to our labs. All of that is in-house. We own our own manufacturing
Amazing.
plant in Atlanta, Georgia. So I think it's so important for us to not only create the product ourselves, but then also like have the input of the chemists who have the type of hair that we're formulating against, so they know what their favorite is and like how do I make it better than that, right? Like how do I give the consumer the best product, whether it's a gel or a curling cream or a shampoo, like what's your favorite and like how can you make it better than that? And then, you know, I think we look at my approach to innovation is really about, it's consumer based, right? When you think of strategy and strategic vision, it's all about what is the consumer dealing with right now? Like what's the issue? And then how can we fix it and make her life easier, better? And as a brand, I think we owe it to the community to continue that work and that chartered work on an ongoing basis.
No, I think that is so great because for me, On Jack is like a competitor of its own.
Yeah.
So it's like they don't have outside competitors. It's like you said, you're always looking at innovation and what can you do for the consumer that's next. So, you know, over the years, you have your grapeseed collection, your aloe and mint. So let's talk a bit maybe about the ingredients. You know, how do you ensure that, you know, or how do you choose your ingredients rather, you know, for the specific collections? Yeah, what, you know, can you take us maybe a bit through that?
Totally. I think that it comes back to the consumer again, right? Like I've said consumer, I feel like 100 times since we started chatting, but I think it's about what does the consumer care about and like how can we pick the best, most efficacious ingredients to get the job done. So like I have our products up here so everyone can grab some at our stand over this way, but our Elixir Essentials, our hair and scalp oil, has like biotin. It's enriched with biotin as the first ingredient, right?
We
like,
love biotin,
We
yeah.
love biotin.
Hair growth, that's all that we
We're
think
all
of.
about hair growth. There can never be enough hair growth, right? Like I kid you not, I bathe before I pre-shampoo. Half this bottle goes on my head because it's a beautiful treatment and it's so versatile. So I think it's like making sure that you have the right ingredients that solve for the consumer concern, the consumer issue, that are most efficacious. And it's not just about like throwing something in there. It's about making sure that when you use it, yeah, there's a lot of intentionality behind it. So when you use it, it's really working hard for you. We want the ingredients that work the hardest for our consumers.
No, that's great. And since you have the serums with you, the oils, I just want to chat a bit about this because this is new for South Africa, right? And this is quite different from the usual curlalas that we have, the not on my watch. So let's talk a bit about this. Why is our crowns really going to love, you know, these products?
Yeah. I mean, so one of my number one reasons why I'm obsessed with these oils, guys, and you're going to love them. I can't wait for everybody to try them. Tag us on social, we'll repost, is because they're so versatile, right? Like the marine collagen, this pink one, is a beautiful blend. It's super soothing, like if you have a protective style or braids, or if you've done a lot of heat styling and your scalp is just, you know, you guys know what I mean. Like it's a little bit like she just needs a break, right? Like this is your go-to. Put that on, have a relaxing time, maybe put a little heat on it so it penetrates your strands a little bit deeper. And it's just like a great opportunity to have a self-care sort of soothing moment, right? And then if your major concern is shedding, right? Like who has a lot of shedding? Like me, right? Like always I'm like, oh, I lost a strand. That's so dramatic, but I'm like, oh no. But you know, this is really gonna help. This saw palmetto castor oil blend is beautiful for keeping the hair you already have on your head, right? Like nobody wants it on the floor, nobody wants to lose it. Like let's keep the hair that we grow on the head. So that's your saw palmetto. And then the biotin is for new hair growth, which is like, obviously we want that, right? So I love to sort of pivot between all three. But it's great because you can use it as a pre-shampoo treatment, like I mentioned earlier, or you can use it from wash day to wash day for a little rehydration. I love it because you could do scalp, but then you can use it all the way down the strand as well if you have braids in, a protective style. Even if you have, you know, hair manipulation or a wig or a weave, like you can add moisture to that too. Like you want anything you have on your head, you want it to look fresh and fabulous. So I just love the versatility of the product. You guys are gonna really, really love this.
So of the three, which is your favorite, your personal favorite? What is your go-to? I know you spoke about all of them, but which one is like your go-to for your luscious long hair?
I mean, honestly, it's like picking a favorite child, right? Like how can you pick?
You can't, yes.
But for me right now, like the biotin, I've been out of the country. I'm from New York originally.
The climate,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, like I ran out of this. I had to run to Clicks and grab some more. So definitely the biotin is my favorite right now. But I use all three.
And just so on the elixirs, now we are in winter, so it's very dry, it's cold. And for our natural curly girls, like, what would you recommend of the elixirs? Like, what do you think would be the most nourishing and hydrating for the season that we are currently in?
Yeah, I think that all of them, what's beautiful about the collection is all of them at a baseline level are super hydrating. So I think it's like,
Amazing.
You're going to get the hydration and the moisturization from all of them. It's just like pick your fighter for the day, right? Like we say, like if you want anti-shedding or you want a little bit more growth, or you're like, okay, I need a little soothing. But you can rest assured all three of them are going to give you that beautiful moisturization, rehydration in a cooler climate where you're not getting as much as you would like in the summertime. So any three of your fighters are good for that.
So I suppose it just all depends on what you're kind of struggling with, or what you kind of want to target.
Yeah.
Amazing. Let's talk about this baby,
Yeah,
the Transform. A
One of my
leave-in
favorites.
is a favorite. I think in Cape Town, everyone loves a leave-in. If you don't own a leave-in, then I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, but you need to go to Clicks and buy Transform. This is such a stunning SKU, guys. You're really gonna love it if you haven't tried it. We have samples again over at the booth, and it smells insane. We need to make this into a candle, honestly.
It's amazing.
But the formula is so buttery, so light, but then also deeply moisturizing. So it's a really stunning formula. It has reparative and then moisturizing properties to it. So you're not only getting that moisture, but you're making sure that you're nourishing and sort of taking care of your hair. If you've done, again, heat styling, hair manipulation, which all of our consumers do on an ongoing basis, this is a great way to pour back into your hair, right?
Yeah.
We do so much to our hair that it's like we have to pour back into ourselves, pour back into our hair, and this is just such a stunning SKU to do it. So I'm excited for everybody to try it.
I'm also excited to try it. I think, when I think of the products, when you were speaking all the time, you spoke about manipulation, you spoke about braids, you spoke about natural hair. And I love that the products or the collection, it caters to every kind of hair type.
Yeah.
So, often when you're kind of adding manipulation, then you're going to other products. So I love that this is kind of very versatile, multi-use. So no matter what you're going through, whether you have protective styling, whether you're doing wigs, or, you can always kind of, use the collection.
It's so important. We want to make sure that the products that you buy, you can use throughout whatever you're doing.
Yes.
All of our products are made with you guys in mind. So it's like whatever you're doing, whatever you're loving, that's what we have to formulate against, right? A brand is nothing if it's not for the consumers.
people,
The people are the
100%.
brand. Forget about it. It's you guys.
And I'm sure everyone, or I know everyone loves Aunt Jackie's. On that note, are there any questions? Does anyone have any questions, perhaps, about the collection or about Aunt Jackie's in general? We're going to be giving away some prizes, so...
Fun prizes.
So maybe
any
think-
questions at all?
Maybe
Anyone?
think of a question.
Don't be shy.
Hi, how are you?
Hi there.
I have a quick question, just curious, moving towards the future, what does...
Could you perhaps just hold? Yes, there
I
we
didn't
go.
want to be too loud, sorry. Does Aunt Jackie's have any great things in store for us that we can look forward to in the future?
Salas.
Yeah, we do. Thank you for that question. We have so much in the pipeline. My team has been so busy getting together like the next best thing. Like we're so energized about what we have right now. But guys, when I tell you what we have coming next year is insane. Like if you like these, you're gonna love next year's. And I'm seeing a lot of the hairstyle going around here, over there. So I'm so excited. It'll be with you guys early next year. Yeah. So summer, perfect for your summertime.
Yes, and you guys know what hairstyles we wear in summer. Just saying. Just saying.
Y'all can maybe put it together. Y'all are smart.
Are there any other questions?
We have fun prizes to give for somebody who asks the next question. It could be anything. Oh, my girl in the red. Let's go.
Hi, so that was loud. Sometimes you have a lot with locks, for example, a lot of product buildup. Are your products like? Do they prevent that? Like how? Are they able to like? How do I say it? Like melt into the
Like cleanse your skin. So, okay. So she's asking. She said sometimes the products cause a lot of buildup.
Oh,
so
yeah.
she's asking like which of the products can kind of like eliminate that, or what can she maybe use to help that product build up?
Absolutely. That's a great, I love that you asked that because we do tend from like wash day to wash day, load so much product on the strand that it's always good to just like take a beat. I love to do, like I said before, like a pre-shampoo treatment. And then I think you can also look at like our aloe and mint collection for sort of like a deeper scrub moment for your scalp. And then throughout this, so I do 15 minutes before I shower, this guy. Vigorous massage, stimulate the root, then go in with the scrub, and then throughout the strand, do Oh So Clean, which is a non-stripping but beautiful shampoo that's really going to take everything off but not leave it stripped.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you
Hydrated,
get, sometimes when you get these shampoos that are like extremely clarifying, the surfactant is so intense that it like sort of strips the moisture out of your hair. So what we wanted to do is make sure we're taking the product build off of the hair, but we're maintaining like the moisture in the hair. So it's a little bit of like a dance, you know? You can't go like too far, but it's like do the scalp, get in there, and then for the strand, we want to keep that moisture on point, but then take all that like other product off. Does that help? All right, we're gonna come find you for some prizes.
Amazing.
I was actually about to say.
Yeah.
Let me show you right here. Ooh, this is kind of good. So, this is the opportunity to throw the pressure right back to the audience. If you ladies have one really good question to see who is paying attention, they could possibly, if they have the right answer, walk away with this incredible gift.
Fabulous.
Any
I
question,
love it.
as easy or as difficult as you choose.
All right. Well, what is one product that Aunt Jackie's doesn't currently have that you want to see? Yeah.
Wait for the mic.
Something that will specialize in braids and twists and
Come on.
Okay. Let's
Did she
go.
get it right? Calm down, girl. And she was so unsure. Look at you walking away, ladies. Thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
so
saying,
much.
Monique. Thank you for this incredible conversation and all things Aunt Jackie. Funny enough, I recently went to my clicks before coming here because it's on you. And I wanted something to make sure that my hair underneath is taken care of.
Yes.
Boy, did I stock up. Not my fiance using the milk spray. I was like,
let's
baby,
go.
no. So you are literally helping the entire family.
We
Thank
love to
you.
help the family, honey. I'm so glad that you went. The braids look amazing.
I just want to say, as a man, she just told me this stuff is good for my beard.
Yes, you gotta leave it
So
with
I'll
it.
be taking this stuff home.
Keep it.
I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance.